Welcome to our podcast space today. I know there are times when we feel as if everyone around us is racing forward while we're still fumbling behind, as if we've been left behind by a speeding train. Does this feeling resonate with you? The sensation of falling behind in life, an insecurity that creeps into your mind, making you wonder if something is wrong with you. If so, you are not alone. Millions of people around the world of all ages and circumstances have experienced or are currently experiencing this feeling. And today, we're going to dissect it together to better understand why we feel this way and, more importantly, how to confront and overcome it. Our topic today is, you feel behind in life, you're not alone.
So why is this feeling of falling behind so persistent in our minds? It's not a random emotion, but often stems from both invisible and tangible pressures we face daily. Firstly, and perhaps most obviously, there's pressure from social media. Every day, we're exposed to countless, carefully curated, perfect images, luxurious trips, gourmet meals, rapid career advancements, or picture-perfect relationships. Social media is a grand stage where people only showcase their highlights. Our brains automatically engage in social comparison. We compare our real lives with their inherent difficulties, challenges, and messiness to those edited versions. This creates a deep chasm between expectation and reality, making us easily feel inferior and left behind. Peers our age are buying homes, getting married, having children, or achieving high positions in their careers, milestones you might not have reached. And then insecurity creeps in, accompanied by the question, am I doing something wrong? Secondly, there are societal expectations and the so-called standard life script. From a young age, we've been educated to follow a certain path. Excel in school, attend a prestigious university, secure a stable job, start a family, buy a house, have children. A seemingly predetermined plot. When we don't follow that script precisely or move slower than society or family expects, we easily feel out of sync. Pressure from questions like, when are you getting married? How much is your monthly salary? Have you bought a house yet? Can make us feel suffocated and cornered. We fear that if we don't hit these milestones on time, we won't be recognized by society, or worse, will be considered a failure. And finally, sometimes the feeling of falling behind comes from within us. A lack of personal direction and information overload. In a world with too many choices, too much information about every path, every profession, we become confused. We don't know what we truly want, what our purpose in life is. Lacking a strong inner compass, combined with the pressure to know what you want from an early age, can leave us paralyzed, unable to make any decisions, and thus standing still while everyone else seems to be moving forward. This feeling isn't laziness. It's often a manifestation of overwhelm, of the fear of making the wrong choice, or simply that you are in the process of exploring yourself more deeply. To help you feel less alone on this journey, I want to share a bit about my personal experience and also some stories I've heard from people around me. I vividly remember the period when I turned 25. My friends around me had stable jobs, some were planning to buy houses, others were sharing wedding photos. And me? I had just changed jobs, feeling quite uncertain, and the prospect of stability seemed miles away. Every time I opened social media, I'd see a new status update, a new success photo. I'd wonder, why am I still struggling like this? Have I wasted too much time? I even hesitated to share those worries with anyone, afraid of being judged as weak or complaining. I put immense pressure on myself, working tirelessly, trying to catch up with others. But the harder I tried, the more exhausted I became. And that feeling of falling behind grew larger. I started doubting my self-worth and the choices I had made. It was a very difficult period mentally. It's not just me. I've heard many similar stories. One person shared, "I'm almost 30. My friends have families, stable jobs, and I still don't know what I want. I dread every Lunar New Year because of all the questions from adults." Another confided, "I work a job I don't love just because it's stable. But every morning I wake up feeling empty. Seeing my friends pursue their passions, I feel cowardly, afraid to change." Or someone else said, "I tried so hard, but the results weren't what I expected. Now I feel incredibly disheartened, as if all my efforts were meaningless. I don't know if I should continue or if I'm truly incapable." These stories, though different in detail, all share a common thread: fear, insecurity when feeling like they haven't met certain standards or simply haven't found their own path. And this is completely normal, not a sign of failure.
If you're feeling behind in life, remember that you're not alone. And the most important thing is how we confront and overcome this feeling. Here are a few suggestions I think might help you. First and foremost, shift your lens. Stop comparing, focus on your journey. Realize that life is not a race. Social media is for connection, not a competition arena. What you see there are only curated moments, not the full story. Ask yourself, what is this comparison doing for me? If it only brings anxiety, then learn to limit your social media time, or even unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Focus on your own journey. Each person has their own pace of development, their own path. Success doesn't mean you have to achieve the same things as others at the same age. Appreciate your small steps forward, no matter how insignificant they may seem to others. Secondly, redefine success for yourself. Ask yourself, what does true success mean to me? Perhaps it's not about money or fame, but inner peace, meaningful relationships, doing what you love, or contributing to the community. Once you have your own definition, set small, meaningful goals for yourself. They don't have to be grand goals immediately. Start with the smallest things. For example, dedicate 15 minutes each day to a personal hobby, learn a new skill, or simply read a good book. Each time you achieve a small goal, it's a victory, a step forward, and it will give you powerful motivation. Thirdly, learn to embrace uncertainty and fear. The feeling of falling behind often comes with fear about the future, about the unknown. Understand that life is inherently uncertain. No one can predict everything. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to live with that uncertainty. Tell yourself, I will do my best with what I have, and I will overcome any challenges. This acceptance helps reduce psychological burden and frees up energy for you to focus on the present. Finally, take care of yourself physically and mentally. Ensure you get enough sleep, eat healthily, and exercise regularly. Make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This helps regenerate mental energy, giving you the strength to face difficult emotions. And don't be afraid to seek support. Share your feelings with people you trust, friends, family, or even a mental health professional. Sometimes, just vocalizing what you're thinking can be a huge relief. You don't have to carry this burden alone. Remember, life is not a race that you need to win or finish at the same time as others. Each of us is a unique universe with our own distinct journey, our own pace, and our own lessons to learn. Feeling behind isn't a sign of weakness. It might be a reminder that you need to pause, look inward, and readjust your compass to align with what truly matters to you. You are not alone in this feeling. Many people are experiencing it, and that's perfectly okay. Trust your own process. Be patient with yourself, and always remember, you are walking your own path, And that in itself is a success. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope these insights bring you peace and motivation to continue your journey. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below, as I read all of them and would love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. See you in the next episodes, where we'll continue to explore more facets of the self-development journey. Goodbye.